Blackburn
Enterprises.
Thank you for coming to our channel. You could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me. Back with a new what are we doing?
A recap?
Yeah, this is a recap. I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. Sorry. But anyway, I am your boy JB.
I'm Ken.
It's your girl Nona.
And today we are doing, let's see, what this is the Shy season what?
6.
Episode,
I don't even know. At this time, 5, I think.
no, it's
5 or
episode
6.
4.
Oh,
We were close.
Yes.
And yeah,
It's
this
the
is
ReUp.
The ReUp.
The ReUp.
Yes, this is the ReUp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Recap and ReUp.
Yes, so we're recapping the ReUp.
Yes.
So we have your boy opens up with Duda, and he's on his he's on his pimp thing or whatever, and he's actually shout out to, I don't think, what is her real name? I'm gonna call her Jill because that's she was own girlfriend. He's chilling with her in the shower, and they getting all kind of they getting lovey dovey and everything, and then they get interrupted
Yes.
by your girl Rosalind, aka Candy. So what did y'all think about that? When Candy come busting in.
I don't even know why Candy's still on the show.
I feel like that's what she do.
That's what she do. She just pop in, pop out. That's what she be on her own accord.
And when he have relations with Candy or Rosalind, it's a lot more intent.
It is.
Like with Jill, it was just kind of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah.
Jill.
Sorry, Jill.
And they know each other. That was what tripped me out.
I
was
did
like,
notice
oh,
that.
y'all,
The fact that
greeted
Her
each
name's
other.
Bianca.
Yes.
That's her name, Bianca.
Look at you knowing names.
Because that's my sister's name.
Oh,
check
okay.
out the big brain on Brad. But yeah, so she does have an interesting dynamic, and she does kind of just up and pop up out the blue. Speaking of things popping up, certain situations are popping up with Duda, and I think this is the first episode that I've actually seen him like be nervous. I think from the way it looks like, and y'all can tell me if I'm wrong, I guess he's trying to sell the firearms. The guy didn't buy the firearms, so now they got a whole TI worth
don't do that.
of firearms.
Don't do that.
And
do not do him
and-
like that.
and
I just caught on.
damn,
I cannot.
no, and they don't know what to do with him. So what y'all think about the fact that Duda actually seems like he's nervous and actually seems rattled, for the first time like in a long time.
Yeah, because whatever Rosalind say, he already knows she gonna have his back regardless of whatever they got going on. So he like, yeah, let me get rid of this stuff before I get got.
And I think that's what it really is because she's like, you pretty much killed like, what do they call them? Like a CI? An informant?
Yeah.
So pretty much you killed an informant.
Yeah, which was cute.
But I don't think he's nervous because of that. He's done a lot of dangerous stuff. I think he's nervous because he's starting to feel his mortality. And he does want somebody he can pass it off to, but you can't pass it off if you go to jail.
That's
This
true.
is true.
That's
This is true.
true.
This is true.
That's it.
But speaking of trying to pass things off, Emmett and Keisha are passing nothing but animosity towards each other because it seems like they still are beefing. Like it seems like they cannot get it together.
That's true too.
So I'm gonna start with you, Nona, because I feel like you have some interesting things to say about your girl Keisha.
Keisha.
But what do you feel like? What can they get it together, or how do you feel about it?
Keisha needs to get it together. I do apologize. It is Keisha all the way. And I'm a woman, and I'm saying this. She is just, she doesn't know what she wants yet. And because she doesn't know what she wants, she has an attitude with Emmett most of the time because he's trying to figure out what it is that you want. And while trying to figure it out, guess who he's going to and guess who's kind of sharpening the sword for his destruction? Duda.
That's true.
But then she goes, Emmett's been acting weird ever since Duda.
You think?
So who's the problem?
But I don't even think. I don't know, man. I don't know what I don't know what it is. I mean, I see what you're saying. That that she doesn't know what she wants. But to have the attitude that she has, it just seems like. And just like I said, and this is why I really appreciate Emmett because of where he's come from. Like he's come from so where he was and where he is now, especially as far as his mentality is. He's still a little, I feel like maybe still a little wet behind the ears, but he's trying. But it seems like everywhere he turns, she just,
upset.
she just has an issue. What do you think?
I think so too. I don't know. I think they, you grow together, especially when you mess with each other when you're younger, or you can grow apart. And I feel like they just kind of growing apart at this point. And I just don't know how they gonna. I don't know how they gonna make it. I don't think they're gonna make
I don't know. And speaking of people making it, do y'all think Emmett's gonna make it? Because at some point, I believe it was Nuck came by and just dropped a whole lot of money, like a whole heap of money. You know what I'm saying, in the bag. You know what I'm saying, and of course the same thing with the firearms. Like he can't they can't have that much stuff on them. So in the meantime, it has to be somewhere.
And really, I think that's gonna be the downfall of him and Keisha. When she find that, it's over.
Yeah. I think she's gonna want some of it.
Like she's gonna say,
yes, I think she is worried about herself. She's worried about herself because she was worried about him getting Tiff a car until guess what? She was able to get a house. She is so selfish, and she gets it from her mother.
Wow.
She cheated on Dre and made it Dre's fault.
I remember that. Okay, you're right. Okay, shout out to the past seasons. But you know, someone who is not selfish, that is definitely Victor. And I love one of the things that he's doing in this episode, and this looks like he's kind of trying to find his passion, and he's speaking to men's health, and he pretty much puts a thing together where, you know, all the men come together and they kind of have, you know what I'm saying, they kind of have a session, you know what I'm saying, a little powwow, and be able to actually communicate their feelings, probably in elements where they are not normally being able to do that, or even given the opportunity to do so. So what did y'all think about that?
I think that was a really powerful part of the show, this show especially. And I think that more men should try to band together and do things like this, because men don't get the platform to be able to talk about feelings and emotions a lot. And I think that was very powerful.
Okay, it's the thing though. I love men, but you guys, men have to be honest though. Like, you can't have those platforms if you're not gonna go in there and be completely honest.
Vulnerable,
So what I like about Victor, I was gonna call him Trick, but he literally made it to where there was no judgment. People were able to feel comfortable to say, I'm talking to my dad right now. You didn't do anything for me. And he didn't get up and go, oh, I did everything for you. Like, he was like, oh, yeah, that's true. You're right.
What was the voice he said? I did everything for you.
Well, you know how dads get. He could have became like defensive instead of accepting what his son was saying.
That's true.
Right.
And they started with their close circle too. Yeah. Like, you know, and brought in a couple of.
But that's the one that hurt the most. If you hear your mom tell you something compared to your friend.
Yeah, so you was talking about honesty, so we're gonna stay on that really quick.
Sorry, y'all. So sorry. That happens sometimes. Thank you.
Well, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, we're gonna talk about honesty. You know what I'm saying? You spoke on honesty, so we'll touch on that. Kind of stay on that actually.
Come on.
She held it in that time. But
I'm so sorry. That was Sean. You got the click. Oh my gosh, thank you.
Can we accomplish anything on here? But yeah, so speaking of honesty, you know, we have a couple of people that may be in situations where they are being honest or not being honest. And first we'll start off with Rashad. And I kept saying it, and I felt like, well, first I felt like he was gonna slide through. Second episode I was like, nah, he gonna be good, but basically he ends up doing a favor for Duda. You know, and he gets, you know, a stack of bread, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like he's still, I don't know. What do you think about, he's definitely straddling the fence. So what do you think about what he did?
He's still attracted to the easy money, like, as all of us. If somebody told me all I gotta do is break down a car for $1 million, call me a mechanic, you know what I mean? But, and with Duda, it's really hard to get caught up if you do one favor. It's when you get entangled
right,
with him.
Once you entanglements.
So, yeah.
And entanglements to get you every time.
If no one knows, you're good.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so speaking of entanglements, looks like Dre has a, you know, blast from the past, and she's talking to her entanglement. She gets up running into her ex. And so, what did y'all think about that? You know what I'm saying? The fact that they was talking and they kind of, there doesn't seem like either one is really over what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess they never really had any closure. So it's a lot of times they're conversing about. I don't think they had closure.
Well, they kind of
Dre kind of said she broke up with her, so she got closure.
Yeah.
But just because you break up don't necessarily mean you got closure. You could be like, all right, it's over. You know what I'm saying?
When you say that, she's a therapist, though. Like, I'm pretty sure she worked her stuff out.
I don't
Well,
think
she
so,
did
because
say
think-
something
think
about that
all
she
the
didn't want to be in that Dre didn't want to be in somebody didn't want to be in a committed relationship at the time.
Well, Dre, because when the ex, I guess she had a ring on, so it was like, oh, you got married.
Yeah,
She was like, oh, you
she
got
said
married.
She didn't want to be
Right, and then she was like, oh, I guess you didn't want to get married to me. You know what I'm saying? Like those. It was,
But I
I
think
just feel like it was
realizations.
Dismissed her. Like she was like, you want to go get coffee, and she was just like, she smiled at her and walked off.
I think
like,
she's playing hard to get though. Honestly.
If she does cheat, well deserved. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, okay.
Evil twin. What is it? Evil twin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even.
Okay. Again, staying on this whole honest thing. What do y'all think about the relationship with Gemma and
Jake?
No, not Gemma and Jake.
Maisha.
Gemma and Maisha.
Maisha.
Because I don't know, man. They starting to butt heads. They starting to butt heads a lot. And I just, from Gemma's perspective, I think she's kind of, her dad's trying to, force her into a way of life that she feels like she doesn't want to do. So it's like more pressure on her, and she's putting more pressure on Maisha. So where do y'all think that's gonna go?
I think that this is like they're showing that they're coming of age and they're trying to make these life decisions. They're transitioning from childhood to adulthood, and that is all in itself a task. So I think that I don't know. I think that Maisha is not where Gemma is right now, because Maisha said like she just out here living. She don't even know really what she wants to do yet, and she said she's not as serious as Gemma is about like, I got to get my life together.
Right.
I don't know. I do feel like Maisha is serious, because she even told her, if you don't think I can make it, tell me now.
Right.
Because I don't mind going to college.
Yeah.
But Gemma wants this so bad that she's forcing her to try to do better than what she can at the moment.
Or even
and I feel like she's not being honest.
Right. Or just more or less, or even more or less kind of, assisting her more.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because she's young, you know what I'm saying? She's like not giving her the tools in order to do what she needs to do.
She gave her a whole studio. She's giving her tools. But
yeah,
she's
but
not being
that's not
honest.
the tools,
like, you
though,
don't sound
because,
good.
I mean, she did, but she needed more time. She's a rookie, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a vet, she ain't Jay-Z. So she ain't one take hold.
Jay-Z didn't just start out.
Not at the get. I'm saying though, but I'm saying one take hold would get in there. You know what I'm saying? Do the verse and then he's out. Maisha's not gonna do that. She gotta. She takes.
But you have to be honest.
Yeah,
you're mumbling
what she needs.
You're going to
and
quit.
she tried to do that to her that one time, and she was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "You need to do something with your voice."
But she did it.
Staying on the whole honesty thing, we got Papa and Kenya, and I was rooting for them. Well, I was rooting for them, but I don't know, man. What y'all think about this relationship? It's not really a relationship yet. But
They just getting to know each other. That's one.
I'm rooting for it still.
But
You gotta put the big ones in there. I feel like she's a little too, what's the word I'm looking for? She's a little too much of a PK.
Too much of a PK?
To me, because Papa is starting to realize, like, he's in the Duda circle too, kind of.
Yeah, he is.
And he's seeing that not everybody lives by the book that they're thumping. And she's still kind of
naive.
Seeing things through rose-colored glasses. Like, don't treat me like that. Don't call me like that. So
okay, so I don't know, man. I don't know if they gonna make it or not. Now, speaking of not knowing if they gonna make it or not, I don't know if Tiffany and Rob are gonna make it in this new business that they're trying to do. Like, they're trying to learn. The guy I forgot his name, but he's trying to take them up under their wings and show them everything that to do. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these air suits and
what's his name?
something like that. You know what I'm saying? And they're basically trying to get them to to do this and start their own business. But it seems like it's going to take a lot more than they thought initially. So what do y'all think about that?
I think they're gonna make it though. I think that with the street sense they both have, they're gonna end up figuring out how to get what they need to get what they need. So I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
With Tiff, they're gonna get it by all means necessary. All means necessary.
I mean,
but Rob is gonna get in trouble on his own.
That's a good segue because you said, they're going to try to figure things out. And Rob is definitely trying to figure out what happened to his uncle.
Yeah.
So he's still
trying.
slick. It's like slowly but surely, you know what I'm saying? So he's asking.
now.
He ends up talking to Victor. And you know what I'm saying? He's trying to pry information from him, and Victor is tight-lipped McGee, and he ain't really saying anything. So, so do you think that, he's actually like, pressing people, you know what I'm saying? So do you think he's actually going to eventually get some information out of somebody?
Oh, the streets gonna talk. They always do. So it's gonna something gonna come
Streets
out.
are Dudas.
Right,
It is.
exactly.
But too many people. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna rise up and like.
Yeah. So who's gonna
Only
know
3
it?
people know.
Right.
4. Sorry.
Yeah,
only
look
4
at the list.
people know.
Look, the list keeps going, and that's all it is. Because if them 4 people know, then them 4 people done told how many people. And it's the streets
4.
talk, man. I'm telling you about it. I'm telling you.
The streets do talk.
They
and
do.
The interesting thing is with the streets
You
be
have
talking.
no witness. That's why the no witness rule is in the power.
Right.
No,
So
we
I
don't
feel
do
like
that.
the streets will definitely be talking if Papa Dad does not make it, and we'll go ahead and end with that
I think
because that's
gonna
what
be
it looks
the
like at the end.
all
It looks
be
like that. I don't know if he gonna make it, man. What y'all
He's
thinking?
saying his Hail Marys already. Bless his heart.
I mean, he pretty much knew he could have died when he stood up to look about the money. So.
The first time, yeah.
Exactly. So I think he kind of
He
did
prepared
that
himself. Yeah.
sermon in order to show people like this is what happens when you speak out against the lion in the jungle.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, hopefully he can make it through this jungle.
Thanks.
All right, so if y'all ain't gonna do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. We definitely appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, bruh, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We definitely appreciate it, and you can see more videos like this one. And if you want to do us another favor, you want to go ahead and hit that button that's shaped like a bell. If you want to go ahead and do that, you'll get a notification
Every time we drop a new video.
every time we drop a new video. And if you ain't gonna do us one more favor, you want to go ahead and comment down below. And what should they comment?
Will Duda's secret be revealed?
Is Papa Dad gonna go out like a G?
That's a good question. Both of them. That's it.
Okay, so
That's
yours
it.
was
Will Duda's secret be
Will
revealed?
Duda's secret be revealed? And
Is Papa's dad gonna go out like a G?
is Papa's dad gonna go out like a G? 2 questions. So go ahead and comment below and let us know. All right, we appreciate every single one of you. Niggas will holler at you.
Peace.
Peace.